Thank you, Lynn. Talk about diversity in mining. My husband's at home taking care of baby James as we speak. Baby James broke me at about 2 o'clock this morning. I said, sweetheart, it's just not the right day today. Let's work with me. But he's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It is my pleasure to be here today to launch our 2014 program, and certainly advise that this is our third intake we are currently in at the moment, which is just fantastic. I certainly run into a few mentors and mentees this morning, and what I'd actually like to do is just our current mentors and mentees and previous mentors and mentees from programs from earlier in the year and last year, if I could just ask you just to stand up for us just quickly. I just want to have a quick look how many people we've got in here today, part of this amazing program. Oh, now look at this. Look, who would have thunk it? 20 years ago, this wouldn't have even existed. So, look, I'm very proud to be here today to launch this program for 2014. So, what is the Women in Mining Mentoring Program? So, the Women in Mining Mentoring Program is the first of its kind in Australia and was created due to an increasing demand to provide a formal mentoring service to the rising number of women working in WA's mining and resource sector. The Women in Mining WA Mentoring Program aims to support professional WIMWA mentees through career guidance and direction by sharing mentor and mentee experiences, developing career goals, and forging exceptional mentoring partnerships. The program is based on a structured framework that includes a comprehensive matching and training process. So, look, an overview of our program last year and certainly our semester earlier in the year. Since its inaugural launch back in 2012, the WIMWA Mentoring Program has produced some outstanding results. This year, we increased our program output to include 2 semesters, which were both fully subscribed with more than 140 participants in mentoring partnerships. We have found that mentees come from varied disciplines, including engineering, geology, environmental science, health and safety, human resources and legal, with male and female mentors occupying senior positions such as chairman, vice president, general manager, partner, director and principal. Certainly all of our mentors come into the program holding a fundamental value to see other women succeed in the sector. So, according to the WIMWA mentoring feedback generated from previous program surveys, I'd like to share with you a couple of key points here. 100% of respondents felt that they had quality relationships with their mentor or mentee. 88% of respondents felt that the program has made a positive impact on their career. Main topics of conversation are work-life alignment, career guidance, networking advice, goal setting, and improving work-related skills and business acumen. Topics such as how do I work with blokes, etc. is always very common in the program. So, and on average, our mentors and mentees generally meet between 5 to 7 times throughout the program. So what I've done here is I've got a few testimonials from some of our previous WIMWA mentees, and I'd just like to share those with you. The first one I've got here is from young Marley Doig, who's an environmental coordinator with BHP Billiton. And she's written to us here saying that reflecting on my career so far with my mentor and hearing about others' varied career paths was a really therapeutic experience that helped to clear my mental decks for the way forward. I've come out with some pretty solid and exciting career goals. The next testimonial I've got there says that the Women in Mining WA mentoring program gave an insight to life outside of on-site production. It allowed me to see that you can be successful while also having a work-life balance after having children. And finally, we've got a testimonial there from Renee Downsborough, who's a health specialist at Rio Tinto Iron Ore. And she's written that the program has greatly facilitated my personal and professional development. The mentors are amazing, inspiring, inspirational men and women, and provided so much support and guidance, of which I'm truly grateful for. So what I'd like to do now is take this opportunity to invite a mentoring partnership up to the stage. This partnership has come from our Semester 1 2013 intake earlier in the year. I'd like to introduce to you Sevi Rich, who is a principal in corporate alignment planning with BHP Billiton, and her mentor, Carl Adams, who is our managing partner at Momentum Partners. Come on up, Sevi and Carl. Please make them welcome.
So I'd like to introduce my mentee, Sevi Rich. Sevi has already had an amazing career to date. She studied mathematics in American University in Turkey. Her first job was in Siberia, working for an oil and gas company. She got a little bit cold there, so she ended up in Australia a couple of years later. And as you can see, she's worked with some really amazing companies over the last sort of 10 years in Australia with APRA, Western Power, and more recently BHP Billiton. She's got a really important role in BHP Iron Ore, looking and helping with the corporate alignment planning. And most importantly, she's a big fan of football, or soccer as it's known in Australia. So, and as I found out, she supports Galatasaray, which is a big Turkish soccer club. So I'll hand you over to Sevi.
Good morning, everyone. That's from Galatasaray. This is my mentor, Carl Adams. He is originally from England, and he studied mining engineering at Western Australian School of Mines before becoming a mine manager. He has founded Momentum Partners 10 years ago. It's an established, successful consulting firm. They have offices in Perth, Sydney, Brisbane, Adelaide, and Melbourne. Surprisingly, Carl also loves football and he supports Liverpool. They won the Champions Leagues in Istanbul.
For common links,
Yeah. Risk of not taking your control of your future is enormous. This morning, I'd like to tell you a story from a recent experience of mine with Women in Mining Mentor Program. I want to tell you this story to encourage the motivation you already have in you to take control of your future. I was recently in Japan for a ski holiday, and I had amazing fun. Really good time and some self-reflection. There are actually many parallels between my ski trip in Japan and my career. That awesome skier in the photo is actually me. So I take them both really seriously, and I always look for the next opportunity, next challenge. It's either a task that I'm not familiar with or a terrain that I never skied before with full of trees and sticky snow. I'm also dedicated, so I do them in long hours. Both of them involve learning, heaps of learning, through studying and practice. And also anything like in life, both of them involves going up and down on the mountain. But things were about to change for me as I was getting deeper and deeper in the snow. Suddenly, life was going so fast, I lost sense of my direction. I didn't know where I was heading or if I was heading to the right direction. And I did not know how to get myself back onto the right track. And unfortunately, things came to a dead end. I didn't have time to stop and think. I didn't look where I was going. I lost my sense of direction and I broke my leg. But help was there.
It's me at the front.
I joined the Women in Mining Mentor Program. So why Women in Mining Mentor Program and how it helped me? After hitting a dead end, I was at a point that I needed a mentor who can push me, challenge me, and help me to find my way to the right path. I heard about this program from a lady in my office, and she highly recommended me to join it. So I did. I signed up and I started the program in February. What I gained a lot from this program. First of all, I have time to stop and think and do some self-reflection. Now I have better understanding of my strengths, also areas to work on. I have clear visibility on my 5-year career objectives. It gives me a great opportunity to talk to someone experienced who shares similar interests with me, who can help me and support me. And I came up with some smart, small steps to make my way progress on the right path. I widened my network. I met some influential and like-minded people I still keep in touch with. But most importantly, I took control of my own future. That's me.
So just a few words of, what did I get out of being a mentor? And some of this is based on conversations I've also had with other mentors. And I think, because it's equally important, hopefully the mentee gets something out of it, but also it's equally important that the mentor gets a good experience out of it. And I think from my perspective, it's very much around being able to give something back. Don't necessarily have all the answers, but definitely have made a lot more mistakes, even though I haven't broke my leg before. But you do have some experiences. And I think what I learned was that, there's lots of different options, lots of different ways you can take your career. And I think as a mentee, sometimes you don't see all those options. What you do see is a lot of barriers and constraints, and sometimes it's just a bit confusing. So I think having someone there to bounce ideas around, be able to set some priorities and create a bit of optionality around your career moving forward. So look, I think we both had a great time. I think the main thing around the mentoring program that Ali's put together, it's got enough structure, but it's also simple and flexible. So you can make it as complicated as you like, or you can keep it fairly simple. And most importantly, you've got to want to love coffee as well. So, thank you very much.
Story, guys. Looks like there's lots of fun that was had with that partnership. All right, so I'm just going to tidy up now and talk about some benefits available to WINWA mentees. Basically, you get career guidance and support from a female or male leader in the industry. There's networking opportunities that are endless, comprehensive training supplied to all mentees, the opportunity to meet all WINWA mentors, the development of short-term and long-term career goals, a friend to share your industry experiences, and certainly being part of a unique, tailored and extraordinary program for women in the mining and resource industry. And also just to let you know, all of our mentees and mentors, our mentors have one mentee each, so you certainly wouldn't be partnered with another mentee if that was the case. So one mentor with one mentee. So there are specific elements to the program. These include 2 semesters that run from February to June and July through to November. There will be 3 official sundowners held throughout the program. We've got a launch, a networking sundowner, and a celebration sundowner. And female mentees will be able to select a male or female mentor. How do I apply for this fabulous program? So log on to www.womeninmining.com and download our mentee application form. Complete and email your application form and send it to me at ali.burston@metasphere.com.au by the 31st of October for semester 1 or the 28th of March 2014 for semester 2. You can also refer to your Women in Mining Mentoring Program brochure in your gift bag that you've received today. Before I continue also, I want to just thank our sponsors too that help us get these programs together off the ground. I would like to acknowledge obviously Momentum Partners, Women in Mining WA, Anglo Gold Ashanti, Atlas Iron and Rio Tinto. So for more information, you can go onto the website, womeninmining.com, or you can drop me an email. As I said, that's my email address there. And I'm pleased to announce that mentee applications are open today. And the best thing about this program is that it was created by women in mining for women in mining. So thank you and good morning.